The number of women in the workforce in Canada has hit a 3-decade low in the wake of the COVID-19 crisis, according to a new report. For more on this, let's go to Business in Vancouver's Tyler Orton. Good morning, Tyler. What factors are contributing to this dip in women's employment?
Well, this new report from RBC, they attribute it to a mix of both economic as well as social factors that have resulted in 1.5 million women losing their jobs during this pandemic. Now, if we break it down with the numbers here, we can see that in June 1990, unemployment for women reached 7.7% versus men at 7.6%. That's actually the last time, and that was 30 years ago, that more women were out of the workforce versus men. So we jump to June 2020, you can see that there's now a 0.06% or 0.6% disparity between those two numbers. So job losses were in sectors that employ more women, such as food, services, accommodation. That's one of the big factors attributed to this. The other social issues going on right now that the RBC economists are worried about, though, is uncertainty about childcare. And they're finding that much more of the burden is falling on women in this instance. There is some hope, though. Women that are the primary income earners in families, they're actually faring much better than their male counterparts because it appears that they have more of an opportunity to work from home. But this is only just really emphasizing the class disparity that the novel coronavirus is having on the economy here in Canada as well.
And Tyler, let's shift gears now to new CBRE rankings. And we're seeing quite the discrepancy between Vancouver and other major cities.
Yeah, it's interesting here. Now, CBRE, they actually rank Vancouver as the number 12 tech hub in all of North America out of 50 ranked, but actually it's number 49 in terms of average salaries paid to technology workers. The only city that's doing worse is actually Montreal. And if you compare Vancouver to the top city, which is San Francisco, well, Vancouver tech workers, they're making less than half than what we see in San Francisco. Now, CBRE, they actually point out that Montreal, Vancouver, Calgary, and Toronto, they all fare quite poorly in terms of salaries compared to their American counterparts. They peg this issue as having to deal with the low value of the loonie. I actually think it's a little bit more nuanced than that. When we compare incomes overall in Canada versus United States, the one thing that I do want to point out, though, is the low labor costs. They have the impact of actually drawing lots more of these American companies to Canada.
So many factors at play there. Business in Vancouver's Tyler Orton, thanks so much for breaking it down for us.
Thanks, Neetu.